I mean, the reality is they don't, a lot of these people don't want us to help them fix their problem. They think that we are wrong. We're the agitators
Yeah.
on the radio. We're agitating. We're doing this. But the reality is we're trying to shed light on it. It's like when in the Canton thing, when I went to the debate, they said we don't want you to start any trouble with what has happened in Canton. So the first thing I did, of course, was say, "Excuse me, we've had 6 aldermen go to jail already, 2 waiting to be on trial, a person running for mayor who is already in trouble for cheating the students and has been suspended from having a license for 10 years." And I go, "What are we doing? Do you have to have a criminal record to run for mayor in Canton?"
It helps the resume for sure.
Yes.
I mean, I'm sure it's helping Shockways.
And the only way you're going to fix it is to start locally with the first piece of block on the first block. You got to fix it. And you got to vote to fix that problem. So that made sense.
Yeah, well, look, I talked to Fred Shank's dad a couple years ago, and one of the questions I asked him, being basically a former mayor in Jackson, former commissioner before they destroyed the city with the wards getting representation. I mean, you can't deny that equal representation is when the city went to hell in a handbasket. Right. You can blame it on this mayor or that mayor or this or that. Some people don't make good decisions. And I'm just gonna be honest. Some people don't make good decisions, and right. I just don't know that every ward needed fair representation, because what they did is they elected a bunch of idiots.
And if you look at Madison County, we don't put new politicians in place because new politicians don't qualify to get on the ballot. They just don't try.
All right, I'm gonna circle to that, because a lot of guys once had a conversation similar about that the other day. But I will say about what I said to Doug, though, or what Doug said to me. I asked Doug, I said, what would being a former Jackson mayor, blah, 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 or commissioner, how would you save Jackson? And his thought process at the time, this about 4 years ago, it was 5 years ago, maybe. It was the first interview I ever did with anybody. Yes. I took my cell phone and a microphone to his house in Brandon, set up on the table. The audio's terrible. The lighting's the sun was coming in behind us. The lighting's even more terrible, but it is all on the internet. You can't hear it. Me, him, and Fred sat there and talked for about 3 hours. And I asked him, how would you save Jackson? And he said, man, you got to pick a street and just start.
Correct.
He said, brick by brick, house by house, street by street. And while I agree that's the right way to do it, I think Jackson's too far gone for the street by street, brick by brick method. I think it's going to take a massive generational size project, something like a casino in downtown Jackson, or the complete bulldozing of South Jackson,